everyone. Today I will explain for you the cost of taxation. Today we'll compare the effect of government taxation on unit of grocery and fancy meal, and I will go through some definition. Here are some definitions. A tax, an involuntary fee levied on corporation or individuals that is enforced by a level of government in order to finance government activities. Moving on, consumer surplus. The amount a buyer is willing to pay for a good minus the amount the buyer actually pays for it. While the producer surplus, the amount of a seller is paid for a good minus the seller's costs providing it. Deadweight loss, the fall in total surplus that results from a market distortion such as tax. So, what's determined the size of the deadweight loss? The government needs a tax revenue to finance roads, schools, police, and so on. So it must tax some goods and services. So which ones? One answer is the government should tax the goods or services with the smallest DWL, deadweight loss. So when the DWL small is large, turn out it depends on the elasticities of the supply and demand, which I will talk about in the next slides. So let's recall the price elasticity of a demand or supply measures how much the quantity demanded or supplied changes with the price changes.
So deadweight loss and elasticity of supply. When supply is inelastic, the deadweight loss of a tax is small. Deadweight loss and the elasticity of supply. The more elastic is the supply, the larger the deadweight loss, as you see here. Deadweight loss and elasticity of a demand. When demand is inelastic, the DWL of a tax is small, as you see here.
Deadweight loss and the elasticity of a demand. The more elastic is the demand, the larger the deadweight loss is, as you see here. So let's talk about the effect of government taxation on fancy meal restaurants and the groceries. Then we'll determine which of them will be taxed and which will remain untaxed. So groceries are more of a necessity and therefore less price elastic than meals at fancy restaurants. So a tax on restaurants meal would cause a larger deadweight loss than a tax on groceries, and I will explain that for you in the next slides. So let's start with the unit of grocery. We will call the equilibrium price 20, as you see here. This one the equilibrium. So the equilibrium price will be 20 and the equilibrium quantity will be 25. Let's say a $2 government tax is imposed on the groceries. So here the $2, like the supply plus $2 tax. So our new supply, which will shift the supply to go up to the left, So there will be new equilibrium, as you see here, in the green zone here. There will be new equilibrium where we'll discover how much the buyer will pay after the tax, and we'll find how much the seller will receive after the tax. So the buyer will pay after the tax 25, and the seller will receive like 15. So moving on the block, let me explain this one for you. So the yellow zone is the consumer surplus, and the green one is the producer surplus, while the red box is the total revenue, which will represent the consumer, as you see here, the consumer tax revenue and the producer tax revenue. And the blue one is the deadweight loss. The matter deadweight loss of the market.
And as you see here, the deadweight loss is too small. So let's compare it with the fancy meal restaurant.
Here's the fancy meal restaurant. So the demand curve for the fancy meal is fairly elastic, as you see here, showing by its flatness. So the market equilibrium is $20, as you see here, with a 6-unit quantity. So let's suppose the government imposes a $4 tax. So it will shift the supply up to the left again. Here's how much the buyer will pay right now, as you see here, which will be like 27. And here's how much the seller will receive right now. It will be around 12. The first thing we will notice, the consumer surplus has greatly decreased here, as you see here in the yellow zone, as well as the consumer tax revenue. And on the green zone is the producer surplus, and here is the total revenue, and as you see here, the small block is the consumer tax revenue. Moving on to the market deadweight loss. So it will create a large deadweight loss market. So comparing the both graph, as you see here, we have a large deadweight loss. So therefore the government should tax the grocery to maximize the efficiency.
Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the video.